My buddy Jake and I decided to come down here on this permission on this old barn, and it's about 200 acres here. So he just stepped out of the truck, and right here he found, I think it's a woodworking tool. Could be a small hoe, I don't know, but pretty cool. Get you back on the next one. It's a pretty cool old wagon wheel and the brambles. That's where you open your bottles. That's pretty cool. Well, I just unearthed this, but I think it's a gauge off of something, possibly. I've been picking up little bits and pieces of it broken all over the place here, so I might move over that way a little bit. Get you on the next one. And this is rain 40. I mean, it's just barely under the leaves here, under the surface, but it's copper or brass, something. I have no idea what that is. Got a bunch of holes in it. Looks like a couple clips there or something. Sure, it was probably round at one point, but it's a big old chunk. If you know what that is, comment below. I just pulled this old latch out of the ground here. There's a few more high targets in here. I'm gonna have to kind of work my way through here a little bit. Get you on if I find anything else over here. Well, this is jumping around 21, 22. Got a little key. Nice. Don't look super old, but there's a bunch of cans and stuff through here that everywhere, but get a few little gems mixed in the mix here. Look at this. Just barely under the surface. Looks like we got us a bell. Nice. Hopefully there's not too many more of those spread out through here. That was just a screaming barely under the surface. Buick. Had a high target here, and I flipped it out. There's a lot of green in the soil here. It looks like it's whatever, it's coming apart. Is that just a piece of copper or what? Huh. Sounded nice. Get you on the next one. Sort of bearing. Just found me a Hallmark vacuum valve. Probably still works. Just come across this next to the barn here. That's pretty cool. A little repeat target down in here. What exactly this is? There's some sort of a harness or something, maybe. Maybe we'll get lucky, there's some bells on it or something. Try to excavate this stuff and get her out and see what we got. Well, looks like we ended up with some kind of a rotten iron buckle, some horse tack, a ring here. I don't know if it's part of the bit and harness or what, but it's a bunch of horse tack, a ring, and a little buckle. Get you on the next one. I was just swinging over this area right on the side of this barn here. I look down this iron buckle. It's a horse tack. Didn't need the detector for that one. Had another good signal right here. Still right on the side of this barn. That's probably a bunch of horse tack if I had to guess, but we'll do some investigating here, I guess. Oh yeah, big old brass buckle. Let's see if we get some more stuff in here too, probably the rest of that harness. Nice one. See what else is down here. Nail. Another nail. Get you back on if I pull any more brass buckles out of here. Oh, hold on. There's another brass buckle. That ain't bad. Yeah, we'll poke around here for a minute. Get you back on. Find anything else here. Well, This is the, thought I'd do a little tailgate wrap off of what Jake and I found today. We're down here for a few hours, I guess it was. Lots of trash and bottle caps and whatnot. Jake found that right off the bat. It's pretty neat. It's some sort of old implement. But got bottle opener, the big piece of copper, key, some sort of latch. That bell. Pretty excited about that. Sort of a vacuum valve. Hubcap of Buick. That's pretty neat. It's a little stirrup. Iron buckle. Parts, parts of horse tack here. Another iron buckle. Horse tack. Probably parts of the bit or something, or the harness part that goes to it. 2 brass buckles. Pretty cool. Not too bad. Please like, share, and subscribe. Well, I'm at my second spot for the day. I'm out in this meadow. There's an old stone wall that runs up along here. We're down right near the head of MDI. But the first target was just kind of a jumpy iron target if I dug it. Pork chop. Which makes sense. We would have been right on the old cart trail here. This kind of, as the crow flies, there's some 1700s houses through the woods there. So I'm just kind of working my way on this old, what probably would have been the cart trail along this old rock wall here through this meadow. Get you on if you find anything else. Well, I walked about 5 feet from where I just dug that ox shoe. I have this right here. Let's see if we can't figure out what that is. I'll get you back on once I get that open up a little more. That's what she was. Lincoln. Get a date off there. $1961. Alright, get you on the next one. Well, we've been making our way kind of through this little meadow here and had this right here. Some sort of band. Get you set up here. I wonder if that's a bird band. Yep. Vice bird. Wright, Washington. That's my first bird band. That's pretty cool. All right, get you on the next one. Just dug this out of here. I've dug these pieces before, but not this together with it. So it's some sort of, I don't know if that must be some sort of handle to something. Part of some tool. Kind of neat.